Okay, how did you like the Rawhide class?
Good. I've taken a course by Bill Dragoo, who's now got DART, which is the Dragoo Adventure Riding Training. Bill came to the East Coast a couple years ago, and I did his course. And then my friend Tumu, for whom I was support crew in the Baja Rally, works for Adventure Rider International, and as helping, he helped me out, and he took me through their syllabus in 2.5 days. And then Rawhide. So I've done 3 big name adventure riding, and they all have their strengths and they all have their focuses, and they're different. But overall, Rawhide is about the rider experience. They want it to be a first class, really nice experience. So it's high class, high end, really great trainers, coaches, very friendly atmosphere. The people that I went through the class with, I'm still in close contact with. Dory was going to meet me last night. She lives in BC. A couple other people I've stayed in touch with. So, different focuses.
What about the level of difficulty?
Well, I took the intro class.
Yeah.
It was good. I mean, good basic skills. There was someone in the first class on the first day, I think, who decided to move up to the next class. But those are basic skills that you can do all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, it's reinforcement, full lock turns, and front brake lockups, and rear brake lockups, and skids, and over little whoops, and downhills using engine braking, and downhills coasting, and
well, you know, what was it last year? I wanted to go to, some kind of professional training, and I wanted it to be in California, Arizona, because my folks live in Mesa, and I was going to do it in conjunction with a visit with them. So I considered Rawhide, but the one thing that got me about that is I'd get on the website, and they really show a lot of people whining and dining. There's all sitting at a table drinking wine.
This is part of the experience. A lot of the BMW owners have a lot of discretionary income, and they're used to first class. They are accustomed to taking a vacation where you leave your bag, and your bag is brought to your room, and in the morning you just put your bag outside your room, and it magically makes its way. So they really have a first class. They have a cordon bleu trained chef. The meals are really good. There's an open bar, beautiful outdoor showers with little shelves so you can rest your beverage on the shelf while you're taking a shower.
Well, yeah, I ended up, I considered that, and I did a lot of research on Adventure Rider, and then the Adventure Rider on Facebook was a good source too, and I got a lot of input from those guys. And I ended up going through Jimmy Lewis's class
in
Pahrump.
In Nevada?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So I was going to say, that's the only other name that I know of
that
really does.
And it turned out that class, for me, was pretty demanding. At the end of the day, I wanted a beer and a bed.
Yep. That's pretty much the way it is at Rawhide, and sand is sort of my nemesis. And in 2014, I said it's too bad I had to go all the way to Baja to discover I really don't like sand. So at the end, Sunday afternoon, the last thing you do on Sunday is sand. They have a sand pit, and I said, you know what? This is challenge by choice. I don't have to ride the sand. I have a mental thing about sand. I'm not really, I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to hurt my bike because I live on my bike, and Coach Bill said, you know what, on this little bike, you're going to nail it. Do it. And I trust him, and I did it, and I nailed it. Rode through 3 times, didn't dump it.
Good.
Yeah. So that's why I said the coaching is really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they tout themselves, they are the only BMW authorized training facility outside of the BMW in North America.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, so, I heard a lot of good things about them, yeah.
Yeah, they have a full-time BMW mechanic there. He lives there. He fixes all the bikes. You break something, you pay cost for it. You scratch it up, you dent it. That's just normal wear and tear. And then at the end of the season, they sell those bikes. So
Oh, okay.
they have great deals where bikes are ridden for 1 season, professionally maintained, and you get a free set of tires with it. And yeah, it's a great deal for people to buy 1-year-old bikes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But they had a lot of people when I was there, so I spent a week at the ranch doing some writing and other things, and a couple clients had their motorcycles shipped out, and so I went down the hill with Jim and he rode one bike up, and I put the other one in the pickup truck and brought it up. But people either ship their bikes out there and then fly, and after the course they have a couple adventure trips. They have something called what's it called, Adventure CV or something, where they take a 4-day ride
Oh, okay.
out to someplace in the desert and then back.
Mm.
Sort of a chance for people who have maybe never been off-road and done the things that you've done to try it and see what it's like to do it day after day, not just go for a day
Oh,
ride.
okay.
And then
good.
they have a summer facility in Colorado.
Mm.
But the facility at Rawhide is really impressive. They have, I think it's 5,500 acres.
Wow.
Is that like in a winery or something?
No, it's in a national forest.
Okay.
And it's property that his folks bought after the war.
Okay.
But he has there was a Rawhide wine, and he was working with a winery and had a private label wine for a while.
Okay.
Yep.
It's like when I was looking at the pictures of the rides, I always looked like a vineyard was in the background there.
Oh,
So.
I don't
Yeah.
know about that.
Yeah,
But they have
maybe not.
white, tablecloths and real china and wine
Oh, okay.
glasses and wine with dinner and every night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now Jimmy Lewis didn't have that.
How much was Jimmy Lewis?
It was less than Rawhide, but
Rawhide,
I think
is around $1,800 for a Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday class.
now this was 700. Now,
Including room and board?
No,
Yeah.
no. And then they provided one meal a day. And then they had a support rig and some other things. So
No, this is right there on campus, and it's...
yeah. What we would do is in the middle of the day we would ride our bikes to a restaurant.
Oh,
And the restaurants that we went to were really, really unique, real rustic. It was like somebody's kitchen, you felt like you were in somebody's house. Maybe I was, I don't know.
yeah, well, it's a little different
Yeah.
at Rawhide.
But no, Jimmy Lewis was good. He had his wife there who is actually better than him as far as communication.
I've heard people say that about
Yeah.
Jimmy, that he is a professional rider.
Yeah, he doesn't have patience.
Right.
Yeah.
Where Rawhide, Jim was not a
Yeah.
professional. He came to riding and adventure
Yeah.
riding rather late in life.
Uh-huh.
So he's takes great care to
Yeah.
start people just riding up and down the driveway. They have about a mile-long driveway that goes back
Okay.
out to the old Golden State Highway, and you ride. It's pretty rough, and you
Mhm.
ride and swing legs over, and just easy getting into things, rolling your
Okay.
bike. A lot of people don't know how to, can't find that friction point,
Yeah.
and so they just have you walk your bike up a hill, and then back down and walk it up. They just start really basic,
Okay.
which is a great
So,
refresher.
but everybody's taking the same class, and some people are highly experienced, right?
Yes.
So, do they feel challenged?
I think everybody feels challenged there.
Okay.
Yep.
Because you know what I mean. If it's too easy, you kind of disappointed.
Yeah. Nope. I don't think anyone was
Okay.
was disappointed.
The class of Jimmy Lewis, I found myself riding and tackling terrain that I would never do. Typically.
I did that when I took the Vermont class with
Yeah.
Bill Dragoo. Bill came to Moto Milano, which is a Vermont, and we all met at a ski resort
Uh-huh.
and in August. And we spent some time in a parking lot, a gravel parking lot, and then they took us on a ride that was well beyond what I was comfortable doing.
Mhm.
But I did it.
Yeah.
And water crossings, deep water crossings.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're jumping logs. I mean,
Yep.
logs that high. Rocks and everything
So they
else.
do that in Next Step.
Oh,
they,
okay.
they learn to loft.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I don't know about doing that. See, that's something I would never do on my BMW. The
Yeah.
smaller bike, yeah. I mean, definitely. But
Yeah, at Rawhide, it's BCA is what they call their next class, which is Base Camp Adventure. They have a base camp somewhere out in Death Valley, I think.
Okay.
And then in the summer, they're up in Colorado.